I don't know who needs to hear this message, but there's a message here for somebody here who's going through a lot of problems in the home, a lot of problems with their families. Okay. Matthew 10:36 says, Jesus said, a man's enemies will be those of his own household. It was a warning. Okay. Because Luke 14:26 says, loyalty to God above every family tie. So some of you are going to have to leave mother, father, brother, sister, nephew, nieces, children, grandchildren, because a relative who brings conflict to your home or your house, they carry invisible long luggage. It's packed full of gossip, old grievances, and stories of to pit family members against each other. They will speak badly about other members of the family, then go and speak about you to others, members of the family, or to friends. Romans chapter 16:17. Do not merely listen the words and so deceive yourself. Do what it says. James chapter 1:22, verse 22. Watch out for those who cause division and avoid them. Do not counsel them. Do not host them. Avoid them. Because Proverbs 22:10 says, when you drive out the mocker, strife goes with them. The quarrel stops, the abuse ceases, and protect your peace. That means either close the door or do not bother to answer. That's for somebody. If this resonates with you, collective, please like, share, subscribe. Let's see what other message is coming out for the collective. Sun, Moon, and Venus rising. My name is Serenity, and this is a general reading for the collective. Let's see. Somebody's got some commitment here, okay? They seem to be binded. There seem to be a lot of obstruction and contracts here. But there's going to be a protest. It could even be around work for some of you. And it's having a domino effect on your family. Like I said, it's all about commitment here. Somebody's here feeling binded, okay, or feeling trapped because somebody's hesitation here. Showing here there's definitely some form of confusion. There's a decision that's going to be needed to make here, collective, and it could even be around in somebody's profession. Okay, so let's see. Sun, Moon, Venus rising. Wow. Definitely confinement. Somebody could be confined. Okay, could be somebody in your family. Somebody here is perseverance. Okay, showing up here, enjoyment, because there's a calm. Subconsciously, you want calm. Okay, it's showing here that some of you are going meditating and going within, but there's a third wheel that somebody's involved in here. Okay, this is the enemy. This is somebody you can't trust. It could even be a friend. Okay, frenemy. All right. Some of you right now are coming out from a blessing. Okay, enlightenment. Let's see what other message here regarding this confinement. Because somebody could be in prison, locked up, okay, or trapped in a mind. Oh, the magician's come out reversed, but there's been some manipulation going on because nothing's supposed to be reversed right now. Someone's trying to manifest, but they're trapped, okay? They could be going through some mental illness, but this talks about perseverance here. For some of you right now, could be dealing with a fire sign in the past. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Could be in prison, feeling left out in the cold, going through financial difficulties, having sleepless nights. Okay? Subconsciously, somebody wants calm. They want peace. Okay? Regarding a third wheel here, a cycle has been completed. Okay? This could be with a mother figure, because some messages is going to come through regarding somebody here who wants to be single and financially stable. Some of you could be dealing with the King of Cups. I'm seeing a King of Cups, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But there's definitely somebody being in a third party situation, or could have put you in a third party situation, vice versa. Okay? Because showing here the magician with the Nine of Swords, there's definitely been some manipulation going on. The Nine of Swords speaks about fear, anxiety, terror, negativity. Okay? For somebody here, it seems like it represents stress, burdens, negative thinking, and deep unhappiness here. This could be somebody who's could be in some form of confinement. You'll be feeling overwhelmed, unable to cope with or face situation, problems, or just life in general. I may have reached a breaking point here, but it's a minor arcana card of mental anguish here, the Nine of Swords. It speaks about remorse, guilt, regret, joylessness, and despair. You may wish you could go back in time and rewrite the past when it appears, but it can also signify feeling isolated and being a subject of gossip, and it represents nightmares and insomnia for somebody here because of there being some manipulation going on in the past. Okay, for some of you still, this being left out in the cold, King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, they're trying to persevere here. Okay, there's somebody here who's trying to find some form of resolution and finding this all a challenge in the past. Because for some of you, the Five of Pentacles here showing up here, regarding this being left out in the cold, going through temporary financial hardship or illness. Some of you could even be going through a divorce in the past. But you may feel like the world is against you and nothing is going your way when it appears. It can just signify bad luck, struggles, or adversity. Homelessness for somebody here, unemployment, alienation, poverty, are all represented by this minor arcana card. It can signify illness, divorce, breakup, or scandal. It's causing turmoil in your life right now. This is for a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Empress here, the mother figure here, who completed the cycle, is calm. Okay, subconsciously you know this. Okay, for some of you, when the Empress here is showing up like this in your subconscious, there could be somebody that's pregnant. Okay, there could be somebody here that's a mother figure, could be a mother, auntie, nephew, niece, granddaughter. Somebody's pregnant. If you are a mother, you will really come into your own and find fulfillment. But if you are a father, the Empress encourages you to build on your communication with your children and show them your nurturing side. Even if you're not a parent, when the Empress appears, the message is the same. You should embrace your softer side and allow yourself to explore the emotions you're feeling and listen to your intuition. Because people will be drawn to you, especially those in need of empathy, compassion, or nurturing you are able to provide. Because somebody could be getting some news regarding a third wheel here, where there's been distrust, somebody's been flirting, frenemy, and some of you have decided to be single and financially stable. That's for somebody. This resonates with you, collective. Please like, share, subscribe. But for some of you, the blessings will be coming when you're single and financially stable from a third party situation. Okay? Somebody may be dealing with the same sex. That's for somebody. That's what was the message here for the collective? Because this is family breakups, this is family disagreements going on here. Okay? Tell me some more. Yeah, somebody's hurting, crying, depressed, going through pain and sorrow. There could be in the past with some conflict resolutions because somebody wanted to compromise or make amends in the past to have a positive outcome. But subconsciously, some of you were very determined and you're still holding on. Some of you are holding on to a marriage, okay, a relationship. But they're the hater, spiteful and very jealous. They're playing mind games, okay? They're immature, they're testing you, okay? This is somebody here that you're hurting from the past year because this hurting and depression and pain, some of you are going to be moving on to a new lover, okay? Or in secret because you're determined right now to actually wait, heal, being very patient. It's been some delays, okay? There could be for some of you right now, like I said, going through a loss, sinister. Somebody here is going through grief over this breakup, okay? Yes, for some of you, there has been a betrayal, there has been an ending, okay? And that's the reason why somebody's having sleepless nights, because somebody was given to somebody who was unequal give and take, and somebody could be feeling financially left out in the cold, going through hardship, okay? Because somebody stepped out in the face, because there was manifesting here, okay? For some of you, there could have been some communication block because of some form of confusion or deceit, because the news is going to be coming in quickly regarding some gossip that's going on, okay? There could have been some miscommunication. Somebody here was careless or closed-minded. Oh, somebody here is in the family. Like I said, somebody's wishing for a family here, okay? To have some strength to actually go into isolation for some of you, okay? Some of you is having to do things by yourself, okay? No help from anybody else, okay? You're gonna have to do this by yourself. Let's see what other message here for the collective. Wow. You got alligator. It talks about stealth, swift, take a big bite of life, good for fortune, dynamic, primal instincts, ancient wisdom, move quietly but strike with great force. Okay? Because when it concerns the lovers here and somebody here is moving on in secret, okay? Because they know there was an entangled mess here. The situation is blowing in, okay? Somebody was feeling quite fragile. And for somebody here, subconsciously, you've actually been receptive and clear. And you're going to get some clarity of thought, okay? Great communication. It's telling you to know thyself, because for some of you, somebody's a green-eyed monster, actually. They're coming across friendly and harmless with a green flag. But there's somebody here that can't be trusted, that's envious of you, okay? Could be a feminine. Somebody here who's looking for some form of power, protection, prosperity, or somebody's need of protection here. Okay. For some of you here, it seems like somebody likes pink. It's telling you to save your pennies though, because there could be some healthy choices you may need to make. Because you got a friend here that could be a frenemy. Okay, that's envious of you. There could be undercover. There's a cheater here. Okay, it's telling you to leave, because you need to see your value and make the most of your day and be successful. Some of you is right now, you need to not work for pennies, okay? If somebody's trying to undercut you, taking your kindness for weakness, that's for somebody. If this resonates with you, collective, please like, share, subscribe. Let's see what other message for the collective that they need to hear. Sun, Moon, and Venus rising. All the message for the collective that they need to know. But just remember, some of you are going to be going within, having sleepless nights regarding a lover here who needs to choose between two. It could put you in a third party situation here, and somebody's definitely envious of you and jealous of you, and they're playing mind games. Okay. What the message for the collective do they need to know? Sun, Moon, Venus, rising. Yeah, they're definitely playing mind games, and someone's going to end up with egg on their face because the shame backfire, because they're going to get caught. You got mirror, broken mirrors. Somebody's got some form of addiction. They're a roller coaster. They're in some toxic connection here. Yeah, the ex. They're unfaithful. They're in a love triangle. And the ex is in question here, because for somebody here, it's got spotlight here. Somebody's under the spotlight, but somebody's self-absorbed. There's definitely somebody's trying to avoid here. They're in hiding, feeling guilty, not communicating. Okay? Because somebody's definitely underneath some kind of spiritual attack here. Divine intervention. Somebody needs to face their demons right now, because for somebody here, when it concerns your environment, it's definitely some intimacy, passion. Somebody's coming into union, chemistry. Somebody's missing you, but they're infatuated. Somebody's in denial regarding this, or they've got some obsession or attraction towards you. But this conflict resolution, somebody wants to compromise, make amends. Okay, it could be a soul contract, a soul partnership coming towards somebody here. This could be somebody you already dealt with. Okay, that's for somebody. Let's see what the message here for the collective. Sun, Moon, and Venus rising. The mind games. How about these mind games? Yeah, somebody stepping out in faith here, because if it was marriage, they're going to end up with egg on their face, because somebody here is going to receive a message regarding this ex who had options, okay, was causing conflict and competing with other females or males, okay. Things were stagnant between us, okay, it wasn't moving. It was letting you know that to reflect and see things from a different perspective, because for somebody here, somebody was still holding on to people and things that no longer served them. And now they have to make a decision, because somebody was in denial regarding feeling trapped in a situation or trapped in a marriage. This could be a King of Pentacles, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. This is somebody who's been waiting, okay, for a reunion or to work with three people. But somebody here is feeling trapped in a head or trapped in a marriage. If this resonates with you, collective, please like, share, subscribe. I send you love and light. Namaste.